Hello, welcome to sportingways.com. My name's Thomas Rooney and I'm joined by Peter South once again. We're going to start by looking back at the weekend's Premier League results, just going through each game and having a couple of comments on each. We'll start with Saturday's games, obviously. Villa 1, Everton 1, first up. Probably a disappointing result for both sides. They might well get something from that. Maybe Everton happy with the point. But Villa went ahead through Ben, but Anachobi brought it back for Everton.
Yeah, I think it was a fair result in the end. Both sides are struggling a little bit with form in recent weeks, and both sides were a fairly evenly matched. I think it was a fair result.
Home advantage, and Villa might have wanted to sneak the points.
Well, yeah, especially after going 1-0 up as well.
Blackburn 3, Fulham 1. This was a fantastic win for Blackburn. They were down to 10 men for three quarters of the match after their goal scorer Yakubu got sent off, really. But then they won the game, and Fulham would be really disappointed with that. And it's a great result for Steve Keane and Blackburn.
Certainly, I mean, I watched the highlights on Blackburn. They seemed liberated. The chances they were creating when they're down to 10 men, they were really playing free football. And Fulham, they were desperately poor at times, especially in the first half after Yakubu got sent off. But no, Blackburn looked really strong. They can now they're at the relegation zone. So
they had a comment saying when Yakubu got sent off, there was fantasy football managers crying all over the place because they had a lot of selected him on the cheap. So Chelsea 1, Sunderland 0. Job done for Chelsea. Early goal through Lampard. You might have thought they would have kicked on to win the game more convincingly, but it's credit to Sunderland that they were in the game until right at the very end.
Well, yeah, and Sunderland might feel slightly aggrieved they didn't perhaps get a point from it. Obviously, the big talking point for Chelsea's point of view is that Fernando Torres looks to be working his way back to a little bit of form. Obviously, had something to do with
Heard that before, though.
Yeah, we've heard it before. He did look sharp. He looked better, but like you said, until the goals is what he's going to be rated by, isn't it? So.
Liverpool 0, Stoke 0. Another really poor home draw for Liverpool. I think they've drawn 6 of their last 8 at Anfield. And the lineup going into this one was very strange. Dirk Kuyt, who's the kind of the out-and-out striker, but he's not really an out-and-out striker at all. So it was a very strange lineup and a poor result.
It was, and I think I read a few comments from Tony Pulis after the game, and he said he was a little bit confused by it. He just sort of changed his lineup to counteract that. But like you said, they've been very poor at Anfield this season. They've struggled to put away chances all season. It must be said. At home, for some reason, it's an issue. And they had enough chances to win the game, but they just haven't been putting away, and that's why they're off the hunt of their top 4 place.
Exactly. Manchester United 3, Bolton 0. It was a convincing win for United, really. They kind of didn't score until I think it was first half injury time when Paul Scholes came back and scored a Premier League goal on his return, and then a couple of goals from Welbeck and Carrick to seal the points against Bolton, who wouldn't really expect it to get anything.
No, it was especially after 2 defeats. I think it was the first time they would have lost 2 games in over 10 years. So it was comfortable in the end. There was nothing. I say once Scholes got the first goal, and I think Welbeck and Carrick scored after that. It was comfortable for them. They would have been happy just to pick up an easy win, especially with their injury.
The struggles continue for Bolton.
Yeah, certainly.
Spurs 1, Wolves 1. Disappointing home draw. Going into the Man City game, which is this weekend, as a Spurs fan, you'd wanted to win that one, but you dropped points there. How crucial do you think that could be?
Well, as you say, you really want to win these easier games going into the harder games, but although we had the possession, we had control of the game, we didn't create as much, we looked a little bit flat, White Hart Lane was a little bit flat, and I was worried, basically the majority of our chances came from pot shots from long range, and our goal came from a long range.
I did think, because Modric equalised in the 51st minute, and I did think it would then go on to be a Spurs win, but just resilient from
Well, I must say, I'm not particularly complaining about it, but a few decisions did go against us, added by offside, but we did look a little bit flat, and perhaps Wolves deserved a point.
Okay, West Brom 1, Norwich 2. I'm obviously smiling on that one. It's a great away win for us. We've won at QPR recently. Now one at West Brom. They did have most of the ball, as Roy Hodgson's frustration sort of showed at half-time and at full-time, but we counteract twice brilliantly. And there's no point having all the possession if you're not going to score. And when we had the ball, we scored.
Yeah, and just from a West Brom point of view, there'll be Roy Hodgson looks like a beaten man at the moment.
That's very frustrated, isn't it?
That home run has been very poor recently, and that's any team that's sort of down there. So I think they're only something like 3-4 points off the relegation zone now, which you wouldn't have seen coming, say a month or 2 ago. But they really want to address that soon.
Okay, and on to Sunday's results. Newcastle 1, Queen's Park Rangers 0. First game without the couple of guys who've gone to the African nations for Newcastle. Leon Best stepped up and got the goal, and that's Mark Hughes' first game ended in defeat for QPR.
Yeah, QPR, they certainly looked a lot more organised than they did under Neil Warnock in the last days of his time.
They're moaning less, I noticed.
Yeah, but I mean, fair play. Newcastle back up into the top 6 now, ahead of Liverpool. So I mean, that's really good for them, and that'll be their target for this season now. And Alan Pardew said after the game, said they deserve it, and they do. They deserve it.
They're doing extremely well.
Yeah.
Probably the most entertaining game of the weekend was at 4 o'clock on Sunday. Swansea 3, Arsenal 2. Fantastic result for Swansea, and they've proved again that they can compete with the big guys. I mean, one thing before that, people saying there's going to be goals, but Swansea haven't scored loads of goals this year, but they were brilliant.
Well, that's the thing. I'm not that surprised by it, because I say Tottenham
No.
went to Liberty Stadium a couple of weeks ago, and we weren't outplayed, but the closest any team would come to outplaying us, and we were lucky to get away with a point from them. So it didn't surprise me that Arsenal perhaps a little bit more shaky.
So it probably says a lot about the Premier League this year and the likes of Arsenal. That although most people would have put their life on Arsenal winning more than Swansea, but no one was particularly surprised, were they?
No, and the thing is, that in recent weeks Arsenal looked so much better defensively, but the mistakes really dragged their head, and they really paid the cost there.
And the final game was on Monday evening. Wigan 0, Manchester City 1. It's the type of game that you'll look back on if they do win the league and think those are crucial 3 points. They got the job done after Dzeko opened the scoring early on.
Yeah, they had David Silva back, which was a big thing. I think he got the assist for the goal. And like you said, it's just a matter of getting 2 points by any means possible, and just getting ahead of 3 points to United at the top of the table again.
Okay, thanks very much.